The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod Communications, GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Columbus, Indiana, the home of the Columbus East Olympians, as they host the Floyd Central Highlanders in a Hoosier Hills Conference matchup. Welcome to the broadcast this evening. I'm Mike Beck along with Paul Love, and we're up here in Columbus in midsummer-like temperatures for the first day of autumn, Paul.
Fall weather it is not. It is quite warm. Not to complain. The players are the ones that are going to have to play through this, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle the heat in this, sixth week of high school football. Sixth
week, you generally get the early stages of the fall cool down. We haven't experienced that yet, but they say next week it may be a little bit cooler, so we'll look forward to that. But we've got a hot one on tap tonight, not just temperature-wise, but on the field. Two teams 3-0 in their conference. Really, without saying it specifically, I guess this could be considered maybe the title match for the Hoosier Hills Conference, and we're 6 games into the season.
Absolutely. Both teams 3-0. You got other games to play, but when you get right down to it, it's with a loss, at least one. So this game is going to probably decide the champion of Hoosier Hills.
And both teams, as you say, coming in 3-0, 4-1 on the season. Columbus East has one smirch on their record. They lost to crosstown rival Columbus North in the second week of the season in a pretty close game. Floyd Central started the season off against Louisville Male, got thumped over there, but since then reeled off 4 straight wins, including last week's game, which we covered at Jeffersonville. So they should be coming in fairly confident tonight, but it's hard to be real confident against a team who has had 77 straight conference wins.
Well, if you were an odds maker, you'd have to give the strong favor to the Olympians. There's no question about that. It's just hard to imagine to me, Mike, how a team can win that many games over that many years without suffering a defeat in conference play. It's just unusual.
Well, we're going to head and take our first break. We come back, we'll have some coaches' comments. We'll talk first to Coach Gleasing, and I know you had a chance to speak with him. We'll hear that and more as we get things rolling on here on Glycod.com's coverage of Kentuckiana high school football. We'll be right back right after this.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana high school sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Class, make sure you have the textbook by Monday. It's only $500 in the bookstore.
Being a student is expensive. Don't let fees at your bank be an added expense. With a Centra Free checking account, you'll have access to more than 5,000 shared branch locations and nearly 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. And when we say free, we mean it. Stop in at your nearest Centra location to open a free checking account or visit us online at Centra.org to open one from the comfort of your own home. Central Credit Union, centered around you, federally insured by NCUA.
Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service, independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A pace-setter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pace-Setter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pace-Setter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance, you know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Kentuckiana Insurance Center at 110 East Utica Street in Sellersburg. Independent insurance agents for 30 years. Contact Earl Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700. 4700.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs. Call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
You're We're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Paul Love with you. Pre-game coverage. We've had some technical difficulties tonight trying to figure that out and see if we can get this back and moving correctly as they're going through starting lineups on the field. Paul, what do we know about our starting lineups tonight?
Well, let's look at Columbus East first, Mike. They are led by two seniors. Their quarterback is Josh Majors. So far this year, 55 carries, 381 yards, but more importantly, 35 of 43 passing for 564 yards. So he's a three-year starter at quarterback. The running back, Jamin Hogan, another senior, 90 carries so far this year, 816 yards. That's a 9-yard per carry rate and 14 touchdowns. So you can expect a lot from those two guys. They also have a pretty good crew of receivers, as you heard from the statistic I gave you in regards to Majors there. Look for catches by Back as a sophomore, Suma, Brummett, I'll just give you the names, Wickman, and getting ready for the national anthem.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We'll be back right after this break on glycod.com. Stay with us, folks.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up Wear your seatbelts and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Glycod Communications presents Kentuckiana Football Friday. Tonight's game is brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. By Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, quality technicians with a personal touch. By Kentuckiana Insurance Center, independent insurance agents serving Sellersburg for 30 years. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. By W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. By Voyniers Auto Air in Jeff. By Our Place, providing drug and alcohol education services throughout southern Indiana. And by Allstate agents Brian Wright and Packy Page. They put you in good hands. Now to the field for all the action of Kentuckiana Football Friday from Glycod Communications.
And welcome back here. Sorry for that abrupt throw to commercial as the national anthem was being played. Mike Beck, Paul Love here. And our starting lineups earlier brought to you by Hoosier Termite and Pest Control. Proud to support Southern Indiana High School sports and offer exclusive 10% off on pest control services. For details, visit Hoosier Termite and Pest Control or HoosierTermitePestControl.com. Paul, real quick, go over if we got a couple of the starters for Floyd Central, if you know anything about him. I know quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. Matt Weimer, quarterback. He's a senior. Had 2 touchdowns on sneaks last week. Running backs behind him are going to be Devin Stykes and Jason Cundiff. Also Tyler Edwards back there. So they'll be the main guys in the backfield handling the football. Braxton Sequeira, John Gunn, and Marshall Horner. Some receivers that you're going to hear a lot about tonight, hopefully. So I just witnessed the coin toss, or the fake coin toss. We already knew that Columbus East won the toss, and Floyd Central, they declined or deferred, and Floyd Central will receive the ball to start the game.
All right, well, we're ready for kickoff here as action gets underway, and beautiful night for football. A little warm, but hey, we won't complain about that because in 6 weeks it'll be freezing, and we'll be wearing parkas and mittens.
Yeah, when the sun goes down, it'll cool off too. So that sun's a bad one here.
Sam Thomason to kick off for the Olympians. Approaches the ball and puts it up and sends it deep into the goal end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. And Floyd Central will start on their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Good kickers.
Yes, both teams excellent kickers. Husong from Floyd Central, I believe is the name, and Thomason for the Olympians.
Matt Weimer, one of the few times he'll go into a huddle tonight. He's been playing a lot of quick offense. Lines up in the shotgun. In the backfield with him is Devin Stykes. We'll hear Zach Rogers' name as well. A lot of Highlanders will get to see the ball tonight. First play is a handoff to Stykes, left side. And great defense from the Olympians stops him for minimal gain. It'll be 2nd and long. We'll see where they spot the ball. Not much room to run there for Stykes.
No, they're not marking a gain, so 0 on the game. Maybe a half yard if you want to be generous. I'll give him 1 yard.
Yeah, that looks like what they gave him. 2nd and 9 here.
4-4 defense, the standard defense by the Olympians. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers.
Weimer, Stykes to his right. In the shotgun, man in motion is Zach Rogers, U of L committed running back and linebacker. Stykes tries to go to the left side and quickly eaten up by the Orange defense. Not much of a gain that time either. He picked up just a couple more. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Not a lot of action on the ground so far for the Highlanders.
Well, certainly they had to test the ground game to see. Now this, again, the first of maybe many third down plays. Be important to see what we got here. Obviously passing down 3rd and 7, but all the way back on their 23-yard line.
Interesting call here. Weimer in the shotgun, Stykes to his left, or to his right, sorry. And he quick out and well overthrows Gunn on the right side, incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and the punt team comes on the field. Not the best of starts here tonight for the Highlanders.
Not what they wanted or hoped for, but once again, it's a game that, like Coach Gleasing said, they want to eat some clock. They don't want to make this a long game. Back to punt on his 10-yard line.
Decent kick.
End over end.
Taken at midfield.
50-yard line. Number 3, I believe, for the Olympians. That'd be
Julian Greenwell.
Yeah, sorry, Mike.
No problem. He gets the ball at the 50, brings it up to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Olympians. We'll get to see them in offense, and they got a short field to start here. This helps teams score a lot of points when you only have to go a third of the field.
Well, and again, they're averaging 48.5 points a game, so they've been putting up some numbers, over 7 touchdowns a game.
Major in the backfield. In the shotgun, slap of the hands, and nice Floyd Central defense. Nice play by Braxton Sequeira and others to make the stop right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10. Floyd Central's defense answers.
That was giving 1 yard on that gain, looks like.
Jamin Hogan, yeah, 1 yard.
Right.
Good call on that. Hogan split out to the right now, passing formation as Major puts Hogan in motion and gives him the ball. Runs around the left side and is taken down at about the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. Good defense for Floyd Central to stop him. He's a speedster. See how quickly he got to that corner?
Hogan gained 2,400 yards last year, so he's what they count on.
3rd and 5, Major in the shotgun, Hogan to his right. Big 3rd down play here. Quarterback decides to keep. It's called his own number. And Major with a carry. And how close did he get? We'll see.
Going to be 4th down for sure. Looks like 4th and 2. So gained 3 yards on that play for Majors. Big play of the game early on.
Major with 2 men in the backfield. Snap, keeps it himself, goes left side. He's got the 1st down and more. Gets to the sideline where he's finally knocked out of bounds, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Tackled by the Marshall Horner. We called his number a lot last week, offensively and defensively for the Highlanders, but not before they picked up a 1st down just outside the 10-yard line, mark it at the 11. Major calls his number again, goes left side. He'll get inside the 10. Down to about the 6-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Quickly up to the line. Handoff this time, and it's a touchdown for
22. That's Jaden Miller.
Jaden Miller, 6-yard scamper for a touchdown, and Columbus East quickly on the scoreboard. And we find out how they scored 63 points in the first 3 quarters against the Bulldogs last week. 77 points total. They slowed down in the 4th
yeah.
with only 14. On for the extra point, Sam Thomason. It looks like he's a barefoot kicker. I can't tell. Kick is up, and it's good. And just like that, Columbus East shows why they've continued to dominate the Hoosier Hills Conference with a quick touchdown score. 36 yards total, all of it on the ground. And a quick 7 points for the Olympians with 8:22 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Columbus East. And Floyd Central already in a hole.
3.5 minutes into the game, got the first score. But, of course, they had great field position. You got to give them that. Kind of a weak punt from deep in their own territory, Floyd Central. So didn't have many yards to gain, but they got them.
Well, we talked about Floyd Central having to play a perfect game. They haven't quite got there yet. Hopefully their game will pick up as the evening goes on. Thomason to kick off from the 40. As you say, 3.5 minutes gone so far. No penalties.
And, you know, I'm looking like you. I think there's a rule you have to wear some kind of shoes. I don't think you can go barefoot, but they aren't much on his feet.
Yeah, they look like little ballet slippers.
Yes, they do.
Here's the approach and the kick. It's up. This time not as deep. It'll be fielded and returned out across the 15-yard line. It looks like he got out to the 17 or 18-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Highlanders.
All right. See if the Highlanders can answer. Not much in the running game in the first offensive series. 2 carries by their main back, Stykes, only gains of 1 and 2 yards. And then an attempted pass overthrown, so right away having to punt the ball.
Weimer deep, and with him is Jason Cundiff. Got a number of carries last week against Jeffersonville, including a touchdown. Fakes the handoff, Weimer to pass, and he's going to dive forward, try to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to come up short. Believe he's down at the 17. That'd be a loss of 2. They say he's down at the 16-yard line. So we'll count that as a sack for the defense.
Good pressure by Columbus.
See, Floyd's not going to be able to take a lot of time to let a pass play develop back there.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to be able to just drop back and pass. They're going to have to put a wrinkle into this if they're going to have success in the air.
Weimer in the shotgun, Cundiff to his left. 2nd and 12. Fakes the handoff to Cundiff. No, Cundiff has the ball. No, that's Zach Rogers. I apologize. Coming around. They fooled me. They did not fool the Olympians, and they picked him up. And he lost a couple more. Mark it 4.
-4, yeah.
Yeah, -4, so it's going to be 3rd and 14. Offensively, the Highlanders not moving forward.
Not unexpectedly, but, you know, leave it to the coaching staff down there for Floyd to find out, you know, if anything, what can work against a strong Columbus East Olympian defense.
You know, so many teams are so focused on offense, whether it's in high school or college, but I tell you, championship teams have strong defenses, and we're seeing one right now at Columbus East. A whistle. Is that a penalty against the Highlanders? It'll go back 5. Apparently Rogers moved and he wasn't supposed to, and that will cost them 5. First penalty of the night. 6:45 to go, first quarter, 7-0. Columbus East scored on their first drive. This is the Highlanders' second offensive series.
Deep in their own territory, not very good field position.
3rd and 19, ball on their own 9-yard line. Weimer fakes the handoff, scrambles, and throws it into the hands of the defender. And it's intercepted. I could not catch the number of the defender who took the ball, but an interception nonetheless for the Columbus East Olympians, and that's going to give them great field position.
Well, it was an interception, Mike, but they actually hit the arm of Weimer as he was letting it go in happenstance. There was a lineman there to catch the ball.
1st and goal, ball on the 8-yard line, another short field for the Olympians. Major with 2 backs in the backfield, takes the snap, hands it to 23, and he's in for the touchdown. Jamin Hogan carries the ball and gets the score, and the Olympians take one play to go 8 yards after the turnover. An interception caused by a hit that caused the ball to come out, and a defensive lineman took it for the Olympians, and he so desperately wanted to carry that across the goal line. You know he did. 13-0. Quickly, the Highlanders in a hole here. The snap, the hold are good. The kick is up and good as well. And a little bit of shock on the green and gold tonight. Barely halfway through the first quarter, and the Highlanders trail by 14.
6:27 to be exact, not even half of a quarter. So not a very good omen for the Highlanders here tonight. Interestingly, stuck his head in the box. Les Wright, the former athletic director at Floyd Central, and Joe Sequeira down here, still supporting the Highlanders, coming all the way up here to Columbus, Indiana.
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Sequeira was the first football coach at Floyd Central back in the day. So
that was 1968. I can go on record as saying that.
It's going back a piece. Well, the Olympians set to kick off one more time. Third kickoff here of the first quarter. Thomason going to get his leg work out tonight. 14-0, 6:27. First quarter, all the orange and brown. The kick is up. Another nice kick. This time it goes in for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Floyd Central, again, starting with a long field in front of them.
Well, Columbus East has started their two drives on the 35 and the 8-yard line of Floyd Central compared to starting on the 20 or 18 for the Highlanders. So big difference. Thus the score 14-0 in favor of the Olympians.
Stites back in the ball game, lines up to the left of Weimer in the shotgun. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Quick pass out to the left, into the hands and out of the hands of Gunn, who went up, thought he had it, but went through his hands, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Concentration, the key. And when you get down in a hole early, you start to push, start to have a little urgency. And
he was open. You know, it was a quick out pattern. You know, a ball that could have been caught, could have been thrown a little bit better, but nevertheless incomplete.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. 10 seconds on the play clock. Weimer in the shotgun. Stikes to his left. Now he goes in motion, comes back, fakes the handoff. Weimer runs to his left to escape the defense. He's in trouble and taken down, and he may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage and not much more. 3rd and 10. Folks, I hope you're watching at home, and if you are, pay close attention to the Olympian defense, because this is how you do it. And tip of the hat to them. They are making the plays.
And they're strong and probably stronger and more athletic, outstanding football team in the orange.
Weimer in the shotgun. Motion man comes across, fakes it to him. Delayed handoff to Stikes, kind of a counter play, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. 4th down, and the punt team comes out. Cole Hussing going to have to do his work to try to turn the field here. They need an excellent punt, not just a good punt, to try to give East some more field to work with and maybe a chance for a mistake. The longer the field, the more the opportunity. A little bit better kick, but again, taken at the 49-yard line. Across the 50, the 40, before he's finally taken down by Tyler Edwards. Julian Greenwell returned the ball. And again, good field position for the Olympians. 1st and 10, well inside Highlander territory.
38-yard line, so starts on the 35, the 8, and the 38. Knocking on the door again, if you will. Get an official timeout on the field. Fortunately, Mike, the sun is behind a big cloud and looks like we're not going to have to battle it much longer this game, nor are the players. Cool off a little bit here in Columbus, Indiana.
Well, that's a good thing because it nearly fried our clock camera. So hopefully we'll get that back up and on here for you in just a moment, now that the sun has departed the building. Official timeout. I'm not sure what the urgency was for that, but
might have been an equipment.
Yeah, not clear as to what was going on.
Not a charged timeout for sure. Both teams have 3, having not used a timeout in the first half.
One of the battles of coaching, especially high school players, is to keep the kids' head in a game, especially when they get down early to a team that they know is a tough team to play. How do you stay in the game? And that's what Coach Gleasing's going to try to do, is keep his team focused. 1st and 10, Major in the backfield along with Miller and Hogan. What a great 1-2-3 punch. And we have a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage.
Hogan on the carry.
Yep. He had some positive yards, but we'll see what the call is.
I did not see the penalty, so we'll wait to see what the white hat referee.
It's thrown by the side judge on the far side of the field. Many times in that place, it's
either offsides or motion. It would seem. We'll find out.
They waved the flag off. No penalty.
Nope. Well, that settles that.
So the ball moves ahead to the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Major and Hogan in the backfield. Hogan to his right. Waiting for the snap, shotgun, and handoff to no. Major keeps it, runs behind Hogan. Stays off the ground, dives forward to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and just a couple. So nice run by Major. A little bit of an option type play. Could have given it to Hogan, but decided to keep it and then follow Hogan through the line. Quick to the line, 3rd and 2. Hogan taken down in the backfield.
Outstanding play that time by number 33. That's Jason Cundiff for the Highlanders.
Cundiff forces a 4th down play. Loss of a couple. That'll bring up 4th and 4, 32-yard line. 4:04 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 your score. Olympians have jumped on top quickly. Floyd Central would love to get a stop here on this series.
Was that Hogan on that last carry that they threw for a loss?
It was Hogan.
Okay.
High snap. Major drops back, puts the pass up out to the near side, and it's completed.
Number 18.
For a 1st down.
Clayton Brummett
with a catch. They needed, 6 on that? They got 7?
Got 7 yards.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. And Floyd Central's efforts come up just a short on that 4-down series.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Major keeps it.
Keep by Majors.
Goes to his left, cuts back to his right, and finally taken down, but he gets down inside the 15-yard line. Pulled down awkwardly, but he gets up okay. Tackled by Devin Stykes, who's in on defense.
Getting 14 yards on that carry. Nice run by the senior quarterback, Josh Majors.
Highlanders, a lot of kids going both ways.
Yeah, for sure. Picked his hole nicely that time. Give to Hogan. No, wait a minute, it's 22.
Miller. Jaden Miller with a touchdown.
He got the other one. So it's an 11-yard TD.
11-yard touchdown scamper by Jaden Miller, and that's the score is now 20-0 with 3:13 to go in the first quarter. And they will line up for the extra point. Sam Thomason again in to kick. His 3rd extra point attempt of the evening. Team is lined up. Snap is low, but handled nicely. Kick is up, and it's good. 21-0 at the 3:13 mark. And just like last week in the first quarter, the Olympians opened up with 21 points. They've done so again tonight. Floyd Central on their heels here early at Columbus.
Yeah, really nothing you can say. I mean, they're just being overwhelmed by a much more talented team here tonight. Like you said earlier, though, Mike, they can't give up. You know, they're here to play a football game. They're all high school football players, so they need to bow their necks a little bit, as they say in the good old days, and see if they can get something going. Hopefully in better field position to start with than before, but both times the kickers, Thomason, has put the ball into the end zone, except for one. I take that back. There was a little bit of a run back on the second possession.
Thomason and his slippers, not much of a shoe there. He's got a kicker's shoe, we'll just say it that way. Nice approach and a good kick up once again, end over end, and going to be short. This one will be returned. Taking it about the 7-yard line, out across the 20. and down at about the 30-yard line. Best field position tonight for Floyd Central as they start at their 1st and 10. Striegel on the return. And they'll mark it at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, Floyd Central. That's their best field position of the night, and the first time they've been that far on offense, period.
That was a good run back, though. Caught the ball, like you said, around the 5-yard line, get it back out to the 31, so nice job. Got to get some offense going here.
Weimer in the shotgun. Going to try to get a pass completed here if he can. After this handoff, nice big hit, but that was Cundiff carrying the ball. He gave as well as he got. And a nice run out across the 35-yard line to the 36. Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5. Nice run by Cundiff.
It sure was.
They could use a few more of those.
At least it gets them out of the negative in terms of total yards.
2nd and 5. Weimer, Cundiff to his left. Quick drop pass out to the side. Caught. And it's going to be short of the first down. Good catch there by Marshall Homer. And it is a first down. They're going to move the chains out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. They say you got enough. 2.5 to go, first quarter, 21-0 Columbus East. Floyd Central first down of the night on a pass to Marshall Homer. Weimer making connection that time. Homer pulled it in. Looked like he bobbled it just for a second, but controlled it as he went down. Fumble, and Weimer will just have to fall on it, a loss of about 3 yards.
Those are the kind of mistakes they just can't afford to have. So from the 41 back to the 38, -3 on the yards. On the drop ball.
Homer comes in from the sidelines, brings the play in to Weimer. They come out of the huddle, something we didn't see a lot of last week against Jeffersonville. Floyd Central on the attack most of that game. Tonight being a little more deliberate. Weimer hands off to the man coming around from the left side. Big run and a big takedown out about the 45-yard line.
Is that Spurgeon?
Zachary Spurgeon, yeah. Took a big hit, but they're going to say he got to the 44. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7, but a nice run. Picked up 5 yards.
Big 3rd down. You know, to get any kind of momentum at all here, it'd be good if Floyd could get this first down right at midfield, or actually at the 44-yard line. Come up with a slot to the left.
Under a minute to play. Spurgeon in motion. And a loose ball. Weimer picks up the bouncing ball, rolls to his left, and he's going to be taken down with a big loss on the play. Tackled by Ty Henderson on the pursuit, and he'll get Weimer well back behind the line.
Losing 8 yards on that play. And again, mishandled snap was the cause. Just didn't handle it cleanly. Those little mistakes, you know, you just can't afford to have those kind of mistakes in a game like this.
And with that, that's going to be the last play of the first. Well, is it,
yeah,
or is it not?
It is. Yeah,
yeah, the game clock down below the play clock, and so therefore that's the end of the first quarter with the Highlanders trailing 21-0. We'll go ahead, take a break, be right back with our second quarter action right after this on GlyCod.com. Stay with us.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
And welcome back to Live Action. Paul Love, Mike Beck, glad to be with you tonight here at Columbus East, seeing two great teams. The punt by the Highlanders, and the ball going to be down on the, did not see where that went down at.
31-yard line on the scoreboard. No, actually 30.
We'll see where that goes. They're trying to get back to the action here, and they were moving quicker than we could keep up with them.
Still don't know where the ball is going to be marked, so they're talking it over.
Beautiful night for football. A little on the warm side, but hey.
Got 7 snaps that time on ball possession, did the Highlanders.
That's a start.
And they're going to end up marking the ball.
Looks to be at the 36-yard line.
Okay. Might have been a penalty on that, Mike. I did not see a flag fly. They definitely moved the ball at 5 yards.
1st and 10. Major fakes the handoff, goes to the left side, and he's hit by a bevy of white shirts. Not much on the gain that time for Henderson. They'll bring up 2nd down. And we'll see where they spotted.
They spotted right on the line. Oh, they gave him a yard. Gave him 1 yard.
2nd and 9. Another good defensive stop that time by the Highlanders. That'll be 3rd down and 6. Ball out to the, well, they say it's at the 39, 3rd and 7. So if Floyd Central can get a stop here on this down, this could be a punting situation for Columbus East.
That was Wickman, I believe, on that carry.
Major. Not a great exchange, but gets the pass off to Miller. Miller hits and drives, and he's going to be out close to the 1st down. Hit well behind the 1st down marker, but his second effort, he picked up enough to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 out across the 46-yard line. Major, plenty of time to pass, looks well downfield, has a receiver wide open. Homer goes for the tackle, can't make it happen, and a touchdown by Dalton Back.
54 yards on that scoring play.
And Columbus East now pushes their advantage out to 27-0. And another extra point attempt by Thompson. Coach Gleason can't be happy with what he sees. High snap, controlled, kick is up. And it's good. 28-0. Columbus East continues to dominate here as the first quarter turns into the second. The same result as the first. Quick early score in the second period at 10:24. And now it's a 4-touchdown advantage, the Olympians.
Not a good sign for the Highlanders. You know, I hate to say this, but it's kind of to be expected. Floyd Central's been, they've been playing undermanned pretty much all the first of the year, but they've held their own up to this point, but they're running into a powerhouse tonight.
They are, and they're dealing with injuries and all that, but frankly, Columbus East is simply playing excellent football right now, and You can't make mistakes and win ball games like this. Thomason get ready to kick off once again. It'll be his 5th kickoff for the night. Kicked off to open the game, and now 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points, and 4 more kickoffs. That's 9 kicks by my count. Here's his approach. And it'll go back into the end zone and not returnable once again. Brandon Striegel back there, but can't do anything with it once it crosses the plane to the goal line. It'll be 1st and 10 Highlanders at their own 20. See if they can get something going offensively, going the other direction.
If they don't, it's going to be a long night, as if it's not already, kind of. 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, plus a minute and a half.
First and 10. Weimer hands off to Stykes. Goes through the middle. He'll get out to about the 23-yard line. They say the 24. That's where he stopped. 4 yards on the first carry. 2nd and 6.
You know, if they could just get 4 yards every carry, they could move the ball down the field a little bit. But this defense by the Olympians, pretty strong.
It's giving them fits, I'll say that. Second and 6. Weimer in the shotgun. Hand off to Cundiff. Out to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line before he stopped. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Cundiff.
Another one of those 3rd down plays, 3rd and 4. Not the field position that they're wanting, for sure. Ball on the 26-yard line, their own 26.
Third down, 3rd and 4. Weimer in the shotgun. Cundiff to his right. Going to be pass. Throws it up and over the hands of Gunn. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down, and the punt team comes out once again. And again, as you say, Coach Gleasing, you just kind of shrug your shoulders. I'm not sure what you do at this point.
No, there's nothing to do. And as bad as he must feel after coming off a day after his chemotherapy, I really admire the man for even being out there.
Hussing in to kick. Decent
nice
punt.
Kick. All right. Good tight spiral.
Best one of the night. Taken at the 30-yard line. But a couple of missed opportunities to tackle him. And we're going to have a flag on the play as well. And this looks like it could be a penalty. We'll see who it's against. Maybe against the Highlanders. The Olympians certainly celebrating as if it were going to go against the Highlanders. We'll see what the call is. Typically on those kind of plays, it's usually a hold by the receiving team. But and that is against the Olympians, and that will be an infraction that will push them back. A break for the Highlanders after a good punt from Hussing. I'm not sure exactly how far he booted that, but it was taken at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, drove him back to the 25, actually. So that's a good long punt coming from the, 24-yard line?
Yeah.
So they're going to spot the ball on the, 27-yard line.
1st and 10. As you can see, we finally got our clock camera working. Now that the sun has dropped down behind the school building to the west. 1st and 10. Tight formation. Single back set. And the single back gets the ball. And he's through the defenders.
That's Hogan.
Hogan with some blockers out in front. Now he cuts it back and finally taken down inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. Nice run by Hogan. And that's how you flip the field.
Yeah, 58 yards.
Hogan fast, but did you see how quick his blockers were out in front as well?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
And that helps you a lot, as he had plenty of help down there. 1st and 10, ball inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Major hands off to Hogan. Down into the 10, maybe the 9-yard line before he stopped finally. Edwards on the stop for the Highlanders.
6 yards on that pickup.
2nd and 4, ball on the 8-yard line. Major keeps it himself. Finds a seam, gets up across the 5 down to about the 2-yard line before he stopped. And they say it's enough for a first down, so it's 1st and goal at the 2. And quickly up to the line. Major with the snap. Hand off to Miller.
Miller gets his 3rd touchdown.
Jaden Miller having a great night so far. 5 touchdowns by the Olympians, 3 of them to Jaden Miller on the ground.
He is the recipient of a lot of hard work by a lot of other people, but you're right, he has 3 touchdowns now.
I think he owes Jamin Hogan an apology. Hogan did all the work to get it down there.
Absolutely.
Miller gets the score. 7:36 to go, 34-0. Thomason in for another extra point. This will be his 10th kick of the night in a quarter and a half. And it's good. 5 for 5 with extra points.
This has got a scary number to it, 35-0 at the 7:36 mark of the second quarter.
And you just see the sidelines here at Floyd Central. They're dispirited, and that's a kind way of saying heads are hanging, and they're wondering if there's an answer for this. I know that they felt confident coming in here tonight that they had a chance.
That's what the paper said over and over again. And you know, they're going to have to be positive and optimistic. You know that. But, you know, being realistic is a whole other thing, the team that they're playing here this evening.
The Olympians line up to kick off. 7:36. We saw that score last week of the Bulldogs as we were covering the Jeff Floyd Central game, and we're thinking, what's going on?
But, you know, that first half score wasn't all that bad. It was all mostly in the second half where they got the 77 points.
Here's the kick. Nice kick by Thomason. Going to be fielded, taken at the 2-yard line. Out across the 20, 25, still going. Cundiff with a great run out across the 30. And he'll get out to about the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Highlanders, and a lot of that's on the back of Cundiff. Great return that time.
Best play of the game for Floyd Central.
Ball is down at the 32-yard line, so the Highlanders will take it over there.
The biggest gain other than that was by Zach Spurgeon. He had a 6-yard run. That's the top ground gain by the Highlanders. 1st and 10, Highlanders. Ball on the 32-yard line. Looks a little dark out here to me, Mike. I'm sure on the field it's a different view, but
Zach Rogers, second man around, and that play didn't go anywhere. Olympians definitely disciplined on defense. They stayed home, and they get the tackle for a loss.
Who was that carried? Rogers.
Zach Rogers lost about 3 yards. They're going to mark it inside just at the 30, so a loss of 2. Sorry about that. I know you're trying to keep up with these things.
That's okay.
I'm shouting out wrong numbers.
We're good. We're good. 30-yard line. Big play. Just second down and what, 12? Second 12.
7 minutes to go. Weimer drops back. He's got a receiver downfield. Can he get it to him? That's Homer, and it's incomplete.
Had him one-on-one, so a ball that could have been caught. It would have been a great catch had he made it, but nevertheless incomplete. 3rd and 12.
Good defense by Caleb Pettit as he goes up with Marshall Homer, and Homer can't come in with the ball, and that's going to bring up a third down play, 3rd and 12. Not a bad play call. If Homer could have caught that ball, it would have been a big strike for the Highlanders.
Well, they did. They froze the linebackers with their fake handoff. So nice mechanics in the backfield and nicely thrown ball, just wasn't caught.
Weimer again, the shotgun, fakes the handoff. Pass downfield into the hands of another Olympian, intercepted to the right side. And a flag comes in late. And taken down at about the 16-yard line is Jonah Wickman.
Wickman, offensive player as well.
6'1", 180-pound junior Wickman intercepts the ball, takes it back the other direction, but we have a flag on the field. We'll see what the call is.
Well, that would have to be after the change of possession, I'm sure, so it's still going to be Columbus ball. Might have been a block in the back or a clip.
Many times that happens in that change of possession. Defenders become, instead of tacklers, they become blockers, and some of those guys don't know how to block very well, so they grab.
They just called personal foul is also. It'll be 5. 10. Looks like a big 15-yard penalty.
Racking up 15 yards, and that'll push it back, but it's a change of possession and a short field personal foul against the Olympians. A rare mistake, rare penalty. 1st and 10, ball at the 48-yard line. 6:36 to go. 35-0 is your score. Highlanders trail. Major with Hogan. Fakes the handoff. Major sets his feet. Chased by Cundiff, and he's sacked.
All right, good job. Good defense by Floyd Central.
Cundiff made another nice play there. He's doing gangbusters on both sides of the ball tonight. Chased Major down.
Back at the 45-yard line. Loss of 8.
Say a loss of 9.
9, okay.
2nd and 19. Handoff to Hogan, goes right side. Gets through the first wave. Out across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, I'm sorry, and 9. So he picked up 10 on the carry. Not bad when you got a running back that's getting 10 yards a carry.
Well, he averages 9, so, I mean, come on.
Yeah. A little extra effort that time. 3rd and 9. Major, motion. Handoff to Hogan. Flanker sweep. Comes around the left side. He's got the 1st down and more. Flag comes in. And he's taken down at the 20-yard line, but we may have a holding penalty. Did I not see a yellow flag go flying? Apparently I didn't. I could have sworn I saw yellow. Maybe that was just a Highlander player.
So that's a 26-yard gain then without a penalty. Ball on the 20-yard line.
1st and 10. Now watch Miller come in and get a touchdown, and then Hogan goes back to the sideline and says, "What am I going to get this?" Miller with the carry. Dances inside, across the 15.
Fumble.
Loose ball. Ball came out, and some of the Floyd Central players saying they came up with it. No official signal yet. Now there is.
Got a fumble.
Jaden Miller, a rare miscue, shuts down an Olympian drive. My goodness, they are human. 5:07 to go. Fortune strikes the Highlanders with a turnover. Gives them a gift, but they're deep in their own territory. They'll have to do something with it. See if they can mount a drive here, get some points before the end of the first half. 35-0 is your score. Highlanders trailing the Columbus East Olympians. And they're going to make it 1st and 15. Motion, or illegal procedure rather. Sequeira jumped off sides. Players shuttle the play in from the sidelines. Marshall Homer comes in, gives it to Weimer. Floyd Central being more deliberate offensively, taking huddles as rather than the no-huddle offense we saw last week. Shotgun. Stikes with the carry, left side. Across the 10. And out to the 14-yard line. And he'll get back to, well, they said they give him 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Picked up the penalty yards, but no more.
Clock running down, 4:39 in the second quarter. Floyd Central needs to get something going.
Motion is Rogers. Fakes the handoff. Weimer throws it out to the back, out of the backfield. That's Stikes. And he's going to be close to a first down, but about a yard short. Great defensive play to come up and stop him. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. We'll say 3rd and 2. It's a big play here for the Highlanders. Can they convert this, keep the ball moving, and if nothing else, keep the ball out of the hands of the East offense for a couple more minutes? Big 3rd down play here. Floyd Central to the line. Weimer puts a man in motion, gives it to Stites. And he's met in the backfield, taken down by Parker Harrison, number 33. Tackle for a loss, and they'll bring up 4th down. He lost 2 on that.
That was Stikes, was it not?
Stikes lost 2 on the carry. And a 4th down play at 3:15. Good snap. Cundiff sets. Plenty of time to kick. Low kick. This one could be returned. Taken at the 50. And immediately swarmed by the Highlanders, and he'll be taken down at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard return. Julian Greenwell getting a punt return duties tonight, and he's been put to use a lot. Stop of the clock with a change of possession, and the Olympians have exactly 3 minutes to find the end zone here in the second quarter. 35-0 is your score. I will just remind the listeners and the viewers they put up 42 points last week in the first half against the New Albany Bulldogs. However, the Bulldogs did find 20 points of their own. Major calls his own number, goes to the right, makes one man miss. Now he's got the edge. Finally taken down as he crosses the 30-yard line. He'll go down at the 28. Nice run. 1st and 10.
19 yards on that carry.
Only took 8 seconds to go that far. Quickly to the line, Major in the shotgun. Hogan to his right. Twins out to the near side. There's a pass out here. Connected. And it's a foot race. Finally drugged down.
That's back again. That's who that is. Back. He's the one that caught the long touchdown.
Bison Pirtle with the tackle for the Highlanders. Went up, grabbed him high by the shoulder pads. We got a player down. That is back. He seems to have been injured on that tackle.
He's just a sophomore. And
they finally get him up. He looks like he's favoring his right leg. Not sure if it's a knee or an ankle. It was an awkward tackle as he got him high and kind of twisted him down. And you hate to see any player go off with an injury, regardless of the team. And look at the number of teammates on his offense helping get him to the sideline. Finally, a couple of guys from the sidelines come over and assist him, but he's favoring that right leg, and that may be all we see for Dalton back tonight. That's a shame. A couple of nice catches, though, and some positive yards.
Absolutely. 4 passes, 4 catches for the Olympians.
1st and 10, ball at the 12-yard line. They can pick up a first down. 35-0 your score. Major with Miller and Hogan in the backfield. This time it's Hogan. Oh, untouched into the end zone. Not even touched. He did a side sachet, and he just threw the line.
That indicates good blocking at the line of scrimmage. I mean, for not to be touched right up the middle.
Hogan, 12 yards, touchdown scamper, and it's 41-0 at 2:25 to go in the second quarter. And this one is, folks, just not very pretty. I can't tell you otherwise.
Hard to sugarcoat this one.
Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Extra point attempt in. Thomason. Low snap, handled. Kick is up. And it's good. 42-0. With 2:25 to go, that touchdown drive took 35 seconds. Just 35 seconds to go for the touchdown.
Yeah, you almost fear that if Floyd doesn't at least maintain control for the last 2:25, Columbus could get their hands on the ball again. And it doesn't take long for them to score.
No, it sure doesn't. 35 seconds to go, 47 yards. Folks, if you want a clinic on what an excellent, outstanding football team looks like, you're seeing it tonight in the Columbus East Olympians.
Yeah, it'd be hard to think that there's a better team in the state of Indiana than they are at this class.
Certainly not right at this moment. I'd be hard-pressed to tell you who they'd be. Columbus East not ranked #1 in the state. There's a couple of schools ranked higher.
And North beat them in the second game of the season.
Yeah. So. What does that tell you?
Wow. Columbus has got good football is what it tells me.
Thomason approaches. Kick up and returnable and dropped. Striegel. Now he's in trouble, and he's swarmed by defenders inside the 10. They finally will whistle him down inside the 10-yard line. And the perfect game that Floyd Central had to play has not materialized tonight.
I don't think that game was possible, Mike.
Well, it's always possible till the first play, and then after that it kind of fizzles.
I mean, look at the field position again.
Deep in their own territory.
2:19 left on the 9-yard line, starting the series. If they don't push the ball up a little bit, Columbus will be knocking on the door again before the first half's over.
Weimer in the shotgun. Motion is Rogers. Hand off to Stikes. No, I'm sorry, that's Cundiff.
Nice run out to the 18.
Cundiff, he hits that line hard. He's going full speed when he's at the line of scrimmage. Nice run. He picked up
9 yards.
9 yards on the carry, 2nd and 1 at the 2-minute point of the second quarter. 42-0. Columbus East is pitching a shutout right now.
Clock is running, minute 50 to go.
And other Hoosier Hills teams shudder.
I can't even remember who they have yet to play.
Bedford, Madison, I believe. High snap. And they didn't bite the fake. Bertle was on the end around, but he was not the recipient. It was handed off to Cundiff, and this time he lost a yard. 3rd and 2. Just about a minute to go here in the second quarter. Gunn brings the play in from the sidelines. Floyd Central being very slow and deliberate here. I think Coach Gleasing now realizing, let's just chew up some of this clock. Leave them with as little as possible. Rogers goes in motion. There's the snap. He gets the ball. He's coming around. Cundiff with a lead block. And he'll have the first down out across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Nice run by Zach Rogers. And that pretty much assures that Columbus will not touch the ball again in the first half unless there's a turnover at this point.
You'd like to think. Just a half minute to go almost. First and 10.
Should be the last play of the first half.
Very well could be. 9 seconds on the play clock.
Weimer in the shotgun. Hand off to Cundiff. Goes back to his left. He'll get out to about the 28-yard line, and that's where it'll end. At the end of the first half of play, Columbus East dominates the Highlanders of Floyd Central with a score of 42-0. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us, folks. More football coming up right after this on Glycod.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly, designing, building, innovating.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com. Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A pacesetter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pacesetter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pacesetter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance, you know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700.
Class, make sure you have the textbook by Monday. It's only $500 in the bookstore.
Being a student is expensive. Don't let fees at your bank be an added expense. With a Centra-free checking account, you'll have access to more than 5,000 shared branch locations and nearly 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. And when we say free, we mean it. Stop in at your nearest Centra location to open a free checking account or visit us online at Centra.org to open one from the comfort of your own home. Centra Credit Union, centered around you, federally insured by NCUA.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
Welcome back to halftime coverage. Mike Beck, Paul Love here with the score 42-0. Columbus East dominating the first half against the Highlanders of Floyd Central. And now we'll turn to Paul and find out as he continues to cipher.
Got it.
You got it all.
Ready to
you
go.
You added up all those yards for
all those yards. All 19 for Floyd Central. I'm sorry, but really a lot of negative yards there. There were 19 carries, and my stats show just 19 yards of rushing offense. Weimer running for his life, a negative 13 yards. The only player is Cunliffe to really gain significant yards. He had 5 carries and 19 yards. Passing, 2 of 8, and a total of 29 yards. So, total of 10 yards. For the game, first half, Floyd Central on 27 plays gained 29 yards. So pretty dismal on the offensive side. Columbus East, a little bit different story here. I have them with 194 yards rushing in the first half. The main man there, as you would expect, number 23, Jamin Hogan, 10 carries, 115 yards, and 2 touchdowns, 1 run of 58 yards. Majors kept the ball himself 9 times, gained 58 yards. Miller comes up with 3 carries and 3 touchdowns, but only 19 yards on the ground, and then an additional 2. So 23 carries, 194 yards of rushing offense by the by the Olympians. The passing game, Josh Majors, 4 of 4, connected on all 4 of his passes. One of them a 54-yard touchdown pass to Dalton Back, who had 2 catches altogether, 70 yards and a touchdown. I'm sorry, that touchdown catch was for 54 yards. I'll correct myself there. Had a catch by Brummett for 7 yards and a catch by Van Kuren for 9 yards. 86 yards on the passing game on 4 of 4 passing, and for the first half total yardage, rushing and passing, 280 yards compared to 29 for the Highlanders.
That is the stats of the first half. Thank you, Paul, for that, and we appreciate you're hard at work over there with all the yards that Columbus East was racking up. That pencil was flying, man. I thought you were a dot matrix printer over there. It was going so fast.
6 touchdowns in the first half.
A lot of touchdowns. We'll come back with the look at the scoreboard of area games when we come back after this break. Lots more football still to come. You're watching a great team, a really great team in Columbus East, folks. Stay with us. More to follow right after this break on GlyCod.com.
Class, make sure you have the textbook by Monday. It's only $500 in the bookstore.
Being a student is expensive. Don't let fees at your bank be an added expense. With a Centra-free checking account, you'll have access to more than 5,000 shared branch locations and nearly 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. And when we say free, we mean it. Stop in at your nearest Centra location to open a free checking account or visit us online at Centra.org to open one from the comfort of your own home. Centra Credit Union, centered around you, federally insured by NCUA.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs. Call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Welcome back to halftime. Mike Beck and Paul Love here at Columbus East High School, Columbus, Indiana, as the Olympians have opened up a 42-0 lead over the Floyd Central Highlanders in a dominant performance in the first half. But before we look at that game, let's take a look at some scores of other games of local interest. And scoreboard tonight brought to you by The Locker Room. The Locker Room in historic downtown Jeff. For the premier screen printing and embroidery in the area, you can stop by or call 282-8600. That's The Locker Room. Here are some of the scores. Teams in the Hoosier Hills Conference at the half. It's New Albany 14, Madison nothing. Late in the second quarter, Charlestown up 21-7 over Scottsburg. Silver Creek exploded in the second quarter with 3:52 to go in the second. They're now on top of Clarksville 42-6. Providence has caught up and passed Holy Cross with just a few minutes left in the second at 14-7. Good game at Providence tonight. And Jeffersonville on the road at Indianapolis Cathedral early in the second quarter. And another blowout in the making. Cathedral up 32-0 over the Red Devils. We looked at that. Cathedral, I think, ranked 5th or 6th in the state. They're 1-4 on the season. And we're thinking, how could a team be 1-4 and ranked 5th or 6th in the state? And I think we found the answer here. They must be playing junior colleges when they leave the state. So they are way out in front of the Red Devils. that is the update. And again, the locker room brought to you the scoreboard tonight. We'll go ahead and take another break, and we'll be back with second half adjustments and more still to come right here on glycod.com. Stay with us.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
In Jeffersonville, call Allstate agent Brian Wright today.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
It's homecoming night here at Columbus East, and the Olympians are celebrating early at halftime with a 42-0 lead over the Floyd Central Highlanders. The marching band taking the field and about ready to perform here. And performance, well, if you're going to talk performance, we're looking at a high-end Ferrari or Lamborghini on the part of the Olympians. They're performing at a very high level. Highlanders just can't seem to get anything going. They can't get 2 or 3 plays positive back-to-back, period. So normally at this time of the game, Paul, I come to you and say, what are our second half adjustments?
I've got an answer for that.
What do you got for
us?
us?
Well, there is no answer. I honestly don't. I mean, assuming Columbus East plays the regulars throughout the second half, it should be more of the same. There is a rule in high school, not too sure what the parameters are, but they can have a running clock after a certain time if the coaches agree on it, but we don't know. We're not privy to that conversation. But clearly it's a superior team, and there's not a whole lot the Highlanders are going to be able to do except continue to try and not give up. And, when they get to football, try to gain some yards. Didn't gain many in the first half. We talked about only 19 yards rushing and another 10 passing in that first half. Columbus East, again, they are Columbus East. They are what they are. Superior football team in the state of Indiana. You and I have talked on and on about, why. Why are they so strong? Why can't bigger schools like New Albany and Jeff, why can't they, have seasons like this? But there's just something in the chemistry here at Columbus that makes them that good.
It is not just East, it's North as well.
Right.
And they love football in this community, and it's reflected in their football programs at both high schools. Tonight, Columbus East putting on a show here at home, at homecoming night, and the band performing as well. It's just a good night all the way around if you're an Olympian. Take some time here. I'm going to take some time and thank some of our sponsors, folks that have come on board to make these games possible. We appreciate their support. You'll see some of their names appear on your screen there. A huge thank you to Gray & Wells Collision Center for their support of high school sports in Southern Indiana. Open weekdays at 2005 East 10th Street in Jeff. They've got 48 service bays. I don't even know how you get 48 service bays. That's a lot of service bays. They've got factory-trained employees to make sure that your car won't be off the road for long. Gray and Wells Collision Center in Jeff. Also want to thank the folks at the Knights of Columbus. The Knights of Columbus, switch my paper here. Council 1348 holds bingo Sunday afternoons at 1:30 and Thursday nights at 7:15 at 225 Market Street in Jeffersonville. Refreshments will be served. For information on other events, visit their website, kofc1348.com. Knights of Columbus, in service to one, in service to all. And another sponsor back with us for the third year in a row. We appreciate the support of Mikowski Oil in Jeffersonville, in business since 1945. Boy, that's a long time. Mikowski has the experience you need for fuels done right. Give them a call, 282-2503. Mikowski Oil. And finally, we want to thank our friends at one of my favorite places to visit, Cracker Barrel. They're looking for full-time employment. Or if you're looking for full-time employment or even part-time work, stop in a local Cracker Barrel today. Visit them online at crackerbarrel.com careers. And I'm sure that you get free biscuits when you work there. That would be nice. So lots to talk about there. Also, we can, I guess, go ahead and promote a little bit where we're going to be next week, because we've got some extra time. They've extended the halftime for us, and we ran through our breaks already. So in case you don't know, this is called tap dancing. But next week, you and I go on the road back across the river for the first time in several weeks back to Oldham County, the home of the Colonels, as they host the North Bullet Eagles. And that game, the kickoff is at 7:30 in Kentucky, so our broadcast coverage begins at 7 o'clock, a little bit later than what we do in Indiana, but that's where we'll be next week. Should be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I think so, too. A rivalry game with North Bullet. And, I always enjoy, seeing people like Stefan LaFours, the coach of the Centurions over at Oldham County. He, again, a former University of Louisville quarterback back in the Smith and early Petrino days. And really great guy to talk to, and building a great program there. State champions last year, and probably knocking on the door a little bit this year. We haven't really had time to research their record so far this year, but they're always a good football team.
That's right, and that's where we'll be next week at Oldham County High School. Coverage begins 7 o'clock. Tune here at glycod.com or youtube.com/glycod, and you can follow us there. Also, don't forget, you can go to our website, glycod.com, and you can find out scores of this game or any other as we carry Southern Indiana and Kentucky, Oldham County scores, Jefferson County scores, teams that you want to know about. You'll find those scores on our score stream there at the top of our glycod.com webpage. Plus, the outstanding players of the game are listed there, and much, much more. Glycod.com. We don't just stream video. We also have Todd Carter out streaming audio, and then Chris LeBar and Coach Bob Redmond cover the male high school Bulldogs all season long as well. So lots of high school football. We also partner with WXVW and Pirate Radio in Charlestown. So you go to glycod.com, you'll find out where everybody's going to be and find out who's covering what where. And usually we've got the connection so that you can find out where your favorite team is and figure out what's going on.
Well, Mike, not all that many people know about streaming and about what you do behind the scene here, trying to operate your cameras and get your commercials in and all that sort of thing. But again, I surprise a lot of people when I say glycod.com. Go on the internet, look that up, and there's a plethora of information that can be had.
Great word.
If you want to go that route. Okay. Hey, let's summarize scoring here a little bit. We got a couple minutes to go.
Sure.
Got 2 touchdowns, actually 3 touchdowns in each quarter. Hogan, their premier running back, with 2 of those. He had a touchdown, the second touchdown of the game, the first one by Jaden Miller. And actually, we talked about the fact that Miller was the recipient of 3 touchdowns for short gains after Hogan had done a lot of the work. But 2 touchdowns by Hogan, 3 by Miller, and 1 by Back. A catch of 54 yards, and in all 6 cases, the extra point kick by Thompson was good. He's a pretty good kicker as well, and that pretty much summarizes the scoring. 21 points in each the first and the second quarter. They didn't wait too long to get on the board. 8:22 left in the first, 6:27 left in the after that in the first, and then the third touchdown in the first quarter at the 3:13 mark, putting the Highlanders behind 21-0.
One thing to note, been a relatively injury-free game with the exception of Mr. Back, number 17 for the Olympians. He went down late in the second quarter. Awkward tackle, and it looked like he either twisted an ankle or a knee. He went off favoring his right leg and finally had to get teammates to help him get off the field. So don't expect to see Mr. Back again this evening, but he's had a good game, a couple of catches, lots of yards and a touchdown.
Absolutely. And pretty much a penalty-free game. There were
just flags.
Actually 3 on Floyd Central. I have one of 5, 15, and 5, and then only 1 flag against Columbus East. So there were, it's a minimal number of penalties in the game, so fairly clean game played. Clock winding down, but the homecoming festivities just now marching off the field, so probably got another minute or 2 before the teams come out and get this second half started.
That's right. As the teams will come out, they'll put 3 minutes up on the scoreboard, which means we've got some time yet to kill as they go through the process of getting the players stretched and warmed up and ready to get second half action going. So they'll get the band off the field, and they'll get the players back on the field. And here come the Olympians. You can swing over and give you a view of that as they come out, and they're looking confident. They've got a nice facility here at Columbus East.
Beautiful field and a nice scoreboard.
One of the artificial turf fields that becoming
2 weeks from now, I'm kind of looking forward to the fact that we'll be in Brownstown watching the Silver Creek game. I haven't had a chance to see them yet, so we'll be back in Indiana after our brief stay in Kentucky at Oldham County. So Highlanders coming back on the field now. Got a little over 2 minutes before the second half is supposed to begin. And by the way, Columbus East will be getting the ball to start the second half.
Well, that's
they won the toss and elected to defer, so they'll have the ball to start with.
Highlanders come back out to get stretched and get moving. Going ahead and finishing out our known schedule, we've got 9 games that are completely listed. We talk about next week. We'll be at Oldham County, North Bullitt at Oldham. And then we go up to Brownstown, our first visit there for football ever. I've been up there once for a basketball game, and a great community, very hospitable. They welcome people from the outside because they love to show off their teams. Their football team always strong. Good game expected from the Dragons and the Braves on October 6th. And then on October 13th, you won't be with me because you'll be out somewhere in the Atlantic.
Having fun.
On a cruise, and I'm still kind of bitter, but hey, I'll get over it. October 13th, we're going to take the show on the road, literally way on the road. Providence High School going up to Linton Stockton. Linton Stockton, a defending single A state champ, and the Pioneers will be headed up there. We'll follow that game. I will make the trip, and yes, I'll have a color guy. We're just not sure who it's going to be yet. Maybe I'll take volunteers.
There you go.
Who'd like to go?
Long drive.
Yeah, that is a good 2.5, 3 hour trip up there and back, and then of course the game itself. But we'll have coverage on all those. Lots of other games scheduled as well. If you again go to the website glycod.com if you want to find out where we'll be, not just with our video streaming platform, but all of the other resources that we bring to bear. Lots of things every year. Glycod improves and expands our coverages, and hopefully improves our technology as well. I know this year we've had some hiccups, but we're solving it slowly.
I saw that schedule, Mike, and that's when I decided to go on vacation.
You said Linton, Stockton, or the Bahamas.
Yeah, if the Bahamas still even exist, I assume they do. I don't know.
Yeah, and our hearts and prayers go out to the victims of Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, other islands in the Caribbean, but particularly Puerto Rico was devastated. Entirely knocked off the grid as far as electricity. Not a single home with power, not a single business with power after that storm went through. I can't even imagine. I just got back from Florida myself. We talked about this last week. I would be heading down there to the Fort Myers area. Was able to take us about 3 tons or more of food and water to communities that had not yet had relief workers. Believe it or not, still without power, without water, running water. So lots of places in America struggling tonight, still down in Houston as well. So folks, a lot of folks to pray for when you go to church on Sunday this weekend or whenever. Back to action here. Kickoff. Hussing puts it up, and It's going to be taken right at the goal line, and so there is a break.
Had a foot in the end zone, so it's an automatic touchback to the 20-yard line.
And this will be the longest possession tonight for...
Longest distance for sure.
Yeah.
They've started on excellent field position. The second possession even on the 8-yard line, if you will. So 1st and 10, Columbus on the 20-yard line. Highlanders need a stop. Haven't stopped them yet.
Well, hope springs eternal. First play, positive yards out to about the 28-yard line. That's Hogan with the carry. I think they're going to give him 8 on the carry. No, make it 7. 2nd down and 3.
That's still a pretty good average, though. He's averaging 9, I think, for the year.
And Major keeps the ball, gets across the 30. He'll pick up the first down. $42-0 is your score. 30 seconds gone here in the second half. Olympians in a no-huddle offense. Major in the shotgun. Hogan to his right. Hogan gets the carry. Quickly through the first wave of defenders. Taken down.
45-yard line?
Yeah, out to the 45. Tackled by Lucas Muser. Number 27 for the Highlanders.
18 yards on that carry.
Shotgun. Major keeps the ball himself, cuts it up the middle across the 50-yard line. Looked like
ball on the ground.
Looked like the ball was on the ground. No, it was just Major on the ground.
Okay.
First, not a first down, but a good pickup of about 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Highlander defense on their heels. They need to get a stop here. Major hands off to Miller, and he's through the first line of defenders. Great blocking on the offensive line for the Columbus East Olympians. The holes are wide open.
And that was Miller again?
Miller carry. Okay. Down to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10.
8-yard gain.
They're running faster than the scoreboard can change. Hogan with a carry. Down to the 30-yard line, and he'll pick up. Now they mark it at the 31. 2nd and 2. Their offense is going faster than the Chains people almost.
And my pencil will go as well, I must say.
Major with a keep. Cuts it back to the right, and he'll pick up the first down to the 26-yard line. And it's just as like a fighter with a rapid series of punches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Floyd Central defense hardly time to stop and catch their breath here.
They are like a machine, no doubt.
Major with Miller and Hogan. Miller gets the ball. Pyle moves across down to the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 21. That's where the referee steps out. Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5. You're right, it is like a machine.
No huddles. It's amazing. At this level, it's amazing.
Major hands off to Hogan. Hogan left side. Fights off a block. Oh, goes awkwardly into a receiver out there. He's hurt. That's number 18, Clayton Brummett, one of their wide receivers. He got rolled up on from behind by Major.
He's up and okay, it looks like.
He's going to have to come out. He's coming off gingerly, but I know that feeling when you get hit and you feel that pain. Yeah. You don't know how serious it is at first.
Called 60 seconds of pain.
Yeah.
It does tend to go away. It really does.
You know, many times it's not serious, but that first few seconds you just don't know. Unless you break a bone, then you know. Major in the shotgun. Miller with the ball right up the middle. Bodies flying around, but he picks up more positive yards.
Just 2 yards on that carry.
down to the 13-yard line. They gave him 3 on it.
Yeah,
So
we'll give him 3. That's
second
okay.
and 7. Miller carried, pass, and a touchdown.
That's big number 80. That's Isaac Van Kuren.
Van Kuren with the touchdown, 6'3", 190-pound junior, and he's into the offense tonight. And it's a pass for a touchdown. 48-0. East extends their lead. Coach Gleasing came into tonight not feeling well, having his chemotherapy yesterday, and this cannot make him feel better.
No way.
Heart goes out to him tonight as he battles leukemia. Thomason, low snap, it's on the ground. He's going to pick it up, run for his life. And this one's no good. The extra point, a miscue, a rare error on the part of the Olympians. Thomason never had a chance to kick that ball. Squib snap, and extra point is no good. So the score here, with 8:35 to go in the third quarter, 48-0. Columbus East now on top. And you have to wonder, if the Highlanders get shut down here and East scores again, will we see the running clock? It's a point of pride not to let that happen.
Sure it is.
And you got to wonder if Coach Gleasing is going to would agree to something like that. And I believe both coaches have to agree.
You wonder too, the excellent players that Columbus East has, whether they'll stay in the game, into the fourth quarter and beyond, or whether we'll, if they're after their statistics to pad their credentials and that sort of thing. I don't think so. I truly don't. But every football player out there wants to play, and they, when they're in there, they want to play hard.
Kick is up, and it will not be returned into the end zone, taken by Striegel, and the Highlanders will come out the 20-yard line and start there. They've had terrible field position deep in their own territory, I think, on every offensive series. I think their best start was close to the 35, if I'm not mistaken.
It was on the 32, actually. They had one on the 32, one on the 31, but everything else 20 or less.
1st and 10. Highlanders, they'd like to get the ball just across midfield. We'd call that a victory tonight. Weimer in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, puts the ball in the air, taken by Rogers. And he's going to pick up about 8 or 9. We'll see where they spot the ball. Zach Rogers with the reception out at the 28-yard line, 8 yards on the play, 2nd and 2. Highlanders could use about 20 more of those. 48-0 your score. Rogers, the man in motion. Stites up to the line. He's going to get up close to the 29-yard line, but he'll be short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Olympians' defensive front four really controlling the line of scrimmage. Highlanders not able to get much push on that front line or to be able to open up a hole. The running back that's had most success is Cundiff, and he's probably the biggest ball carrier back there. He's
Absolutely.
Getting a big head of steam up. And
chance to make a first down here, 3rd and 1.
Stites in the lineup. Rogers in the slot, the near side. Rogers gets it going around the end. He's going to come up short, down at the 29. It'll bring up 4th down. I'm not sure that would be the play call I would make when you're 3rd and 1. He ended up losing about half a yard. It'll be 4th and a long one. When you really need only a yard, you don't need to waste a lot of time running around the...
You'd like to think just power forward or even a quarterback sneak or
something.
Whatever. Yeah.
Haven't seen a quarterback sneak tonight. They haven't really been in a situation to go for that. But
not really. Except, 3rd and 2, trying to get a first down.
Highlanders going to go for it here at 4th and 1. They are not showing any intention of
punting.
Play
clock down to 3 seconds, so they're going to call timeout.
Highlanders take a timeout. They want to talk it over. While they talk, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us, folks.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Back to the action here. Mike Beck and Paul Love. Third quarter, 6:30 to go. Highlanders trailing the Columbus East Olympians 48-0.
So you ask yourself, is there a play that they can be sure they're going to get a first down on a 1-yard 4th and 1? And we're going to see them go for it right now on the 29-yard line.
3 men in the backfield. Columbus East stacking the box. Hand off to Cundiff. He dives forward, and he's going to get enough. It'll be a first down, and that's all on the hands of Cundiff as he takes the ball and leans forward at the last second to get it across the 20 or the 30-yard line rather. First and 10 at the 31.
Good strong run.
Great individual effort by Cundiff making that play happen.
They haven't had many first downs, and I do not keep those. That's just too many things to keep. But yeah, 2 or 3 maybe, I guess, in the ball game.
First and 10, Highlanders. 31-yard line. 3 men in the backfield. And they'll pick up 5 on that carry. I believe that was Sprigler.
That was Edwards, wasn't it?
No, it was Brandon Striegel, I believe.
Striegel, okay.
Yeah. Brandon Striegel on the carry, number 9. Gets 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ball on the 36-yard line. Highlanders, I can tell you for sure, have not had 2 first downs in a row tonight. That would be a victory if they could pull it off here. 3 men in the backfield. Weimer under center. Cundiff, the last man through, and he has the carry out to the near the 40-yard line, just short of the first down. And it'll be 3rd and about 1.
4 yards on that game. Another 3rd and 1.
Cundiff out, Stites back in.
So that's a strategy, though, Mike. I mean, as long as you've got the football, they can't score, right?
That is a strategy, yeah. A running game will not stop the clock. 3 men in the backfield. Weimer under center. 3rd and 1. Second man through is Striegel. He'll have the first down. Back-to-back first downs for the first time tonight by the Highlanders. 4:27 in the third quarter. Striegel with the carry. He needed 1, he got 2. Cundiff back in the ball game. Stites out. We may not see any more passes from the Highlanders unless it's situational. First and 10. Ball at the 42-yard line.
Using that play clock down to 3.
There's a pass. And a great pass it is. Perfectly thrown and a great catch there by Sequeira. Everybody looking for the run, and they fooled him. Out across the 40, the deepest penetration of the night by the Highlanders down to the 38-yard line of the Olympians.
It's a 20-yard pass play. That fooled them.
Fooled us all. I was looking in deep for a run. Fake froze the linebackers, and Sequeira got through, the tight end.
3rd first down in a row.
We got ourselves a drive here from the Highlanders. Last man through is Cundiff. He has the ball, and he'll get down to the 35-yard line, maybe just inside. Cundiff on the carry. 2nd down And he got 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Now he's at the 24, so 2nd down and 6. Give him 4 yards on the carry.
And again, they're using play clock.
2:48 to go.
Good strategy.
Taking the time off the clock. Weimer keeps it, goes around the right side, cuts it back up, and gets down close to the 30-yard line before he's stopped. It's going to be a 3rd down, and no, he had enough for the first. Got down to the 30. Let's see, where did he get to? I can't see it. Oh, there he is, down to the 28-yard line.
So he got 6 yards on that
6-yard carry. He needed 5. He got 6. Good run by Weimer. Play clock down to 2:15. The 3rd quarter, 48-0. It's been all Olympians this evening. Weimer under center. Hands off. Cundiff runs hard. You got to wonder, why weren't they running this offense earlier?
We also wonder who's on defense now at this stage of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Have they pulled their first defense out? That's a good question.
Don't know that.
2nd and 5, 5 yards for Cundiff on the carry. I can see some of the numbers for the Olympians, and those are some of the starters. So I don't know if they're all starters, but that defensive front 4 are. I can tell you that. 2nd and 5. And another nice run. Highlanders putting something together here, picked up another 1st down.
That had to be Cundiff.
Cundiff on the carry, yeah.
Okay.
Down to the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. This is how you chew up game clock. Weimer under center, 3 backs. Cundiff the deep man. And he gets the call. And down across the 15-yard line. And that could be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Cundiff down to the 9. That was an 8-yard carry. Doesn't sound right. Had to be 3. Had to be a 3-yard carry.
You say I didn't think he went that far, but that's the end of the quarter. They're going to let it run out because they don't have to run a play. They're not going to. So at the end of 3, the score, Columbus East 48, Floyd Central nothing. Floyd Central is on the move. When we come back, they'll be inside the 10 at the 9-yard line with a 2nd down. So take a break, folks. We'll be right back right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Back to the action here. Mike Beck, Paul Love, 4th quarter just getting underway. Ball on the 9-yard line. Weimer calls his own number, gets around the corner, And he's going to get in the end zone for a touchdown. Weimer scores on a 9-yard run at the 11:52 mark of the fourth quarter. And the shutout is gone for the Olympians. Nice offensive drive there from the Highlanders, starting at their own 20-yard line. They march 80 yards. The final 9 carried by Matt Weimer. Extra point attempt up next. Cundiff with lots of leg, and it's good. 48-7. And Floyd Central finally on the scoreboard.
You know, it tells me, Mike, there were some halftime adjustments because, like you pointed out, the defense was basically the same by Columbus East in that third quarter, and best series by far for the whole evening by the Highlanders. I had them with 4 first downs, marching the ball down the field with one nice pass, but mainly runs, and getting in the end zone on a 9-yard carry. So good for the Highlanders.
That's the best offensive series we've seen from them all night. Unfortunately, a little late in the ball game.
Yeah, well,
they're not going to get the win unless miracles happen. But
well, it's good to know that you had some success. You're looking for the little things now, and they found one.
And you're also looking for players that don't quit on you. And,
absolutely.
Coach Gleasing is going to take note of those guys that continue to play hard. Cundiff, particularly hard-running run back. Nice kick by Hussing into the end zone. And Columbus East forced to start at their own 20-yard line. They've had great field position most of the evening, but tonight on this drive, they may have to look at a whole field for a change.
Yeah, well, their last possession, the first of the third quarter, was starting on their 20, and they drove it down on a touchdown pass to Van Kuren. So they know how to drive the ball the length of the field. And they got explosiveness by their running back, Jamin Hogan.
Major.
There's a new face in the game, I do believe.
That running back is Lance Grivey. Running back comes in fourth quarter. Takes the handoff from Major. And we have a new quarterback as well. Cole Gilly has checked in, and Major is taking a break. And we're seeing some substitutions now for the Olympian offense. Gilly and Grivey, Gilly the quarterback, Grivey the running back for the Olympians. A loss of 1 on the play. I'm sorry.
Gain of 9.
Gain of 9.
And I believe they're going to get the first down.
They did. My eyeballs were
Grivey again on the carry.
Ball out to the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. 48-7 your score. Columbus East opened up quickly, scored often, and basically pulled away from the Highlanders with ease in the first half. Gilly hands off to Grivey. Grivey goes left side, and he'll get nowhere fast. He may pick up 2 or 3 yards. Out across the 35 down to the 36-yard line.
Giving him 2 yards on the carry.
2nd and 8. Good defense for the Highlanders on pursuit. Gilly in the shotgun. Grivey with the carry, goes to the right side. Trying to get the corner, he's got it. Now it's a foot race. And finally taken out of bounds. Just short of the 30-yard line, out at the 32-yard line. Nice run by Grivey.
32 yards.
And talk about changing the field. They just did it on that carry by Grivey. Lance Grivey.
Went all the way from their own 36 to their Highlander 32.
5'10", 150-pound sophomore running back. And now we've got another running back joining the fray, Mark McDonald. He is a 5'9", 165-pound freshman. But Grivey gets the carry. Grivey goes up the middle, and he's across the 30-yard line before he's stopped by the Highlanders.
That's a 5-yard gain.
Ball to the 27, 2nd and 5. Clock down to 9:18. 48-7. Floyd Central finally got on the scoreboard at the beginning of the 4th quarter.
Olympians marching again.
Gilly.
Got a pitch.
Grivey with the ball, and he'll get down inside the 25. And he's got enough for a first down. They move the chains again. First team, second team, whatever they're running seems to work.
And this is really good for the younger players to get an opportunity to play. You know, they're going to be here next year. They're losing some seniors off this Columbus East team, so it's a good time to develop younger players.
Grivey and McDonald in the backfield. Gilly, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Splits the two. And this time it's McDonald. First carry. Inside the 20, down around the 14, 15, 16-yard line where they spotted it at the 16. Picked up about 4. No, he picked up 6. Sorry.
6 on the carry.
2nd and 4. They're moving the ball so fast, my brain can't keep up with
Well, and it doesn't look like they're going to be in need for running clock. The clock has been running. Both teams are running the ball. Clock stays in motion. Play clock down to 9 seconds.
Gilly claps his hands. It's a signal. Keeps it himself.
Broken play.
I'd look like a broken play. I think he still picked up positive yards on it. Down across the 15. We'll see where they spot it. He did. He picked up 4. Maybe 5.
They're marking that on the 13.
13. So 3rd and 1.
So it's a 3-yard gain. And they're using play clock. Coaches being nice who are on the other side. They're not rushing things and sending the play in from the bench. Clock's running the whole time down to 7 minutes now in the 4th quarter.
Grivey driving forward inside the 10, down close to the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal. That'll stop the clock briefly as they move the chains down. So 1st and goal, ball on the 6. Tip of the hat to the offensive line of the Olympians. They're controlling the line of scrimmage and open up holes, whether it's the first team, second team, whoever.
Exactly.
Guys have room to run, and you make that happen on the line of scrimmage. It's not a glorious position, but it gets the job done. McDonald with the carry. Right side, moves the pile. Now we got a rugby scrum out there. But he's inside the 5-yard line.
Give him 2 yards on that carry.
Down to the 4. 2nd and goal from the 4. Clock continues to run, under 6 minutes to go. 48-7 your score. Columbus East completely in control of this game from the outset. 21 points in the first quarter, 21 in the second quarter. And it was 42-0 at halftime. They slowed down in the 3rd.
Cole Galley, quarterback.
Grivey with the carry, and Grivey with a touchdown. Scampers in from 4 yards out. Lance Grivey gets into the scoring tonight. 5:29 to go. It's 54-7. Columbus East sends out their kicking unit. Thompson, I believe, will make the extra point attempt, as he has all night, except for that bad snap earlier.
Right. tarnished his record.
Jonah Wichman is the holder. Good snap that time. Hold is good, and the kick is good as well. And it's 55-7. Columbus East answers the Floyd Central touchdown with one of their own, this time from their subs. And they push the lead back out.
You know, if you say start the game in the second half, this game has been fairly equal.
Yeah.
No, just 2 touchdowns to 1.
Good
I'm happy for Floyd Central to be able to bounce back and make some adjustments and be able to move the ball down the field, which they had not been able to do to any degree in the first half.
Thomason set to kick off. 5:29 left in the ball game. Second half has gone by quickly. Homecoming night here at Columbus East. I'm sure the high schoolers probably want to get on to the dance somewhere. I assume they still have those.
Not a bad time either. Just before the hour of 9:05 or 8:53, my clock says. Fast second half.
Thomason with the approach. Squib kick. Taken by the up back. Now it's loose, but finally covered by a Highlander.
Not intended to be an onside for sure.
Taken at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Highlanders.
And that is the best field position they've had to start with. Thanks to the squibber. Call that the 36-yard line.
1st and 10. New quarterback in for the Highlanders. And a new offensive set.
Double reverse.
The ball carried by Joe Harrington. He's a sophomore. Harrington picks up 4. Just out to the 40-yard line, just past it. They give him, now make it 5. Trying to keep up with everything here. Trying to catch the number of the quarterback, but he hasn't quite turned at an angle where we can see it from here. Handoff to the left side. Great defensive pursuit. They just don't bite anything. Quarterback, by the way, is Trace Willman. Trace Willman is a sophomore, 6'1", 165 pound. He's quarterback. Stepped in for Weimer. Coach Gleason giving some of his subs a chance to get in a varsity game tonight. Willman leads the team out. Single back set. Split out. Wide receiver 2 to this side. Now man in motion. And a handoff. Carries inside is Calvin Brown, number 10. Brown on the carry. And it's back to the 40-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 5. And the punt team comes out. That series didn't quite accomplish what the first one did, but I think Floyd Central made their point. They got their score.
They did.
And I think Coach Gleason says, let's not risk injury to our starters. Let's get them out. Give some other kids a chance. High snap taken by Hussing, and a good kick. Nobody back there to return it, and it's going to have a heck of a roll and really pin the Olympians back inside their 15-yard line down to about the 11. Worst field position tonight for Columbus East with 3:06 to go in the ball game. We'll see what they can do here for the last 3 minutes or so. Stay with us for our post-game coverage coming up this evening. We'll tell you where we're going to be next week, remind you of that. Also, we'll have our most outstanding player of the game, scores and updates on games of interest across southern Indiana tonight. We'll give you all of that at the end of this one, so stay with us. Post-game coverage starts right after the game ends. 1st and 10. A nice carry out across the 15 to the 18-yard line. I believe that was Grivey once again. And it was. Grivey picked up 8.
7 yards, actually.
No, 7,
yep.
Sorry.
It's all right.
2nd and 3.
Grivey's been the workhorse here in the second half. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 carries for the sophomore.
Under 2.5 to go. Gilly in the shotgun, Grivey next to him. And Grivey with the carry. Love those downfield blocks, those offensive linemen are getting into a block and just continuing it downfield as long as they can.
Got 2 yards on that gain.
Thorne Ross, number 5, checked in. He was the one that carried the ball that time.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was a 5. There was no 2 in front of it. Gilly calls his own number across the 20, and he may have enough for the first down, and he does. Out to the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 24. Gilly with the carry. Down to about a minute and a half. And they're going to go into victory formation here. And that will just about seal the fate of the Highlanders. 55-7 the score. A rough night for Floyd Central. Gilly takes a knee. They'll have to do that at least one more time. Clock now under a minute to go. And they're going to milk it down under the 35-second mark, I believe. Now they take a snap there. And that's going to be it. Final play of the game and your final score here at Columbus East tonight. The Olympians put on a display of what excellent football looks like. They get the win. The final score 55-7 over Floyd Central. The Highlanders take it on the chin tonight. As they shake hands in the midfield, we'll shake hands with our advertisers. We'll take a break, come back with our post-game coverage right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs, call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday continues with the postgame show. A recap of tonight's action, recognition of tonight's top players, and scores of other games. Brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips at clarkcosheriff.com.
Welcome to our post-game coverage. Mike Beck and Paul Love here. The final score, Columbus East 55, Floyd Central 7. And as we take a shot of the teams on the field, Paul has finished his ciphering. He got his abacus out and his slide rule and come up with some numbers for us. Paul, what do you have?
Total, let's go Floyd Central first. Just 33 carries on the ground and a total of 63 yards. Kind of basically the workhorse there, carrying the ball 11 times and 41 yards. 7 carries by Stykes and 5 by Cundiff. I had him wrong there. So, that was others. 11 and 40. I'll get it right in a minute. 33 carries, 63 yards. Passing, they were 4 of 10 and 57 yards. So I have 37 plays for the Highlanders, and almost most of them in that third quarter, actually, when they drove down and got the touchdown. Total of 120 yards total offense on rushing and passing. Skipping over to Columbus East again, as you would expect, Josh Majors, their quarterback, 12 carries, 70 yards. Their big gun, Jamin Hogan, 14 carries and 153 yards. That's really an off night for him. They relied on a lot of different people, like Grivey in that fourth quarter, who carried the ball 9 times and gained 75 yards. Miller, 6 and 35, and so on and so forth. For the Olympians, 47 carries, 352 yards on the ground, and in the air I have them at 5 of 5 passing, 99 yards. So 8 touchdowns, 52 plays, 451 yards for the Olympians compared to that 120 for the Highlanders. So a dominant performance, a little bit of light, a little bit of positive by Floyd in the third quarter, but certainly Columbus East lives up to its reputation.
All right, well, that is our stats and information, the numbers we have. We'll take another break. We come back, we'll have our most outstanding player of the game and scores of other games as well. That's still to come right here on Glycod.com. Stay with us. Post-game coverage continues right after this.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly, designing, building, innovating.
Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service, independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A Pacesetter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pacesetter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pacesetter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance, you know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700. Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Back here as our post-game coverage continues, Mike Beck and Paul Love, and it's time to bring you our most outstanding player of the game tonight. Tonight's most outstanding players are brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agents Packy Page of Floyd's Knobs and Brian Wright of Jeffersonville. For a free quote on your car insurance, stop by Packy or Brian's office today. Our most outstanding player tonight, kind of a toss-up for a while, but we landed on one, and I'll let you tell the folks who he is.
I'll tell you. It's we got Jamin Hogan. No surprise there, certainly, but Jamin for the game, 14 carries, 153 yards, and 2 touchdowns. A lot of those touchdowns could have been handed off to him as well. Remember that Miller got some kind of close-in runs after Hogan had done all the work. But also kudos to Josh Majors. My goodness gracious, 5 for 5 passing, 99 yards, 12 carries, 70 yards. I think we figured he's 40 for 48 or something like passing on the year. It's incredible. But anyway, back to the star of the game. We think Jamin Hogan deserves that honor, the senior running back who averages almost 10 yards a carry.
And if I had to pick one for Floyd Central, I'd probably pick Jason Cundiff. I mean, he was really the offense for the Highlanders, but just a tough night if you're wearing the green and gold tonight. Final score 55-7. We'll take one more break, come back with scores of games across the region. We'll wrap it up right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us, folks.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Back here, post-game coverage coming to a close. Mike Beck, Paul Love, and what a game here at Columbus East. Columbus East put on a show tonight, 55-7. Let's talk about scores of other area contests, and this wasn't the only game in town. Well, maybe been the only game in this town, but there were other games throughout the region. And our final scoreboard update of the night tonight brought to you by Vonyers Auto Air. They're simply the best in Jeffersonville, Vonyers Auto Air. In the fourth quarter, late at New Albany, they shut out Madison so far anyway, 37-0. New Albany getting back on the winning track tonight. Charlestown leading Scottsburg 37-14 at the end of 3. Silver Creek 42, Clarksville 6 early in the third quarter. And then not sure about the last update I got. Holy Cross says 14. Providence 14 at the fourth quarter, tied with about 9:46 to go. Jeffersonville trailing Indianapolis Cathedral 34-0 at half. That game is being is very slow, as I'm being told by our producer Paul Bird. So that game running behind. That's your scoreboard update, and man, some interesting scores out there. I knew Cathedral was good. I think Jeffersonville's finding out the hard way. And hats off to the Bulldogs. They get back on track. Silver Creek off to another off to the races again. They're going to be 6-0 after tonight and headed into a game next week with North Harrison. That should be a good game. North Harrison is, I think they're undefeated as well.
I think so, yeah. They've got a nice program going out there.
So North Harrison, Silver Creek may be one to watch next week. We'll be across the river, and it sets me up to tell you about where we'll be next week. At Oldham County, the Oldham County Colonels hosting the North Bullitt Eagles. Coverage begins 7 o'clock. Kickoff at 7:30, and looking forward to that. Our coverage jumps over the river at least one more time next week for North Bullitt at Oldham County. Any final thoughts, Paul, before we shut it down for the evening?
Yeah, I do, Mike. I'm glad I was here. Very nice facility, very cordial people here at Columbus East, and just an outstanding football team. Has to be one of the better teams in the state of Indiana, I'd think. And, kudos to Coach Gleasing for his fortitude, and the Highlanders at least getting a little bit going in the third quarter. So, great night for football. Glad I was here. But bring on the cool weather next week, please.
Yeah, I suspect next Friday night we're going to be in long sleeves and long pants. Right now I'm in polo and shorts, and I'm still hot. But that's it. We're going to wrap it up here for a rebroadcast of this game. Be sure to click on glycod.com for more. Tonight's executive producer, Steve Bird, with music by Jason Shaw. The final score again, Columbus East 55, Floyd Central 7. So for Paul Love, I'm Mike Beck saying good night from Columbus. You've been listening and watching high school football on glycod.com. Be safe out there, folks. Be careful. Enjoy your weekend. God bless. Take care. We'll see you next Friday night.
Tonight's live presentation of Kentuckiana Football Friday has been brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. By Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, quality technicians with a personal touch. By Kentuckiana Insurance Center, independent insurance agents serving Sellersburg for 30 years. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. By W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. By Voinier's Auto Air in Jeff. By Our Place, providing drug and alcohol education services throughout southern Indiana. And by Allstate agents Brian Wright and Packy Page. They put you in good hands.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter at Glycod. We thank you for listening to this live sports presentation from Glycod Communications.